Watch the ride.
Hey everybody, as we have such nice weather, I thought I'd go for a ride. No, I actually usually got to go into town. This is minging. This is not nice, this weather. As it's so windy and stormy, I thought I'd have a quick squiz over here. Oh god, it's a little deeper than I thought. Yeah, it's about the same as yesterday. I had a look, there wasn't anything going on. Right, I've just got to go off the island. I thought I'll make a video while I'm going there. There's a few things I kind of want to talk about that can't really be their own video. It's just sort of a passing comment or an update. I mean, the first one is to do with my back. Yeah, I haven't moaned about my back for a long time because it's been doing really, really well. Bit of pain still there, but they delayed they said wait off the injections, things seem to be going good, and I'm expecting a phone call at the end of this month. But I was concerned that the anatriptyline I was on was covering up the symptoms, and once I stopped taking those, and I was already out of the system as it were, all the problems would return to as bad as before. Well, I thought, you know what, I'm going to stop taking them a couple of weeks before he's due to call. So about a week ago, I stopped taking them, and day by day, slowly the pain is returning. So it's like, nope, I aborted the test last night, and I've restarted taking them. I have also been doing work, but I'm being as careful as I can, and I'm not aware of actually doing anything to it. It's just this slow progression. Oh, there's water dripping down my back! Ew! Oh, it's cold! Oh, I don't like it. I've had situations where people have said to me, can you really survive with just a bike? Do you not need a car? And it's like, well, you don't need one, no. Generally, in the 10 years that I've been riding, will you please reverse out? There has only been a few examples of times where I couldn't do something because I didn't have access to a car. Generally, if I need access to a car in the sense, you know, I need to go and pick something big up, normally I can work a way around that. Or, please look at me, love. There we go. That's why I overshot. I wanted her to look at me. She was not looking. Where was I? I've been able to get a mate to help me, basically. So, no, I don't need a car. It's not as pleasant to ride on days like today, sure. I have a rain suit and all the dry gear I can get, but it's not that good. It only stays dry for a short while. The only time I'm like, damn it, you know, at times I do wish I had a car, was when I think about the things that I could go and pick up, the fairs and stuff that I could visit to get stuff for the metalworks. I couldn't do that on a bike. It would be a problem. I could get there, but I couldn't get the stuff back. But that's pretty much the only time that I'm like, oh, it's so annoying not having a car. Thing is though, one of the main reasons why, well, there's two reasons why I don't want a car. One, it's just super expensive. It's just, you know, it's bad enough me having two bikes. I don't need a car and a bike. But also, I don't really fit that well in cars. Like, my feet are really big and they sit at 10 and 2. And what it means is, for some reason, nearly every car I've ever got in, well, I basically have to drive barefoot, because if I put my shoe in, I'm guaranteed to either have hit the clutch and brake or hit the accelerator and the brake. It just always happens. Oh, there's a bead of water and it's got through the zip, obviously. Also, hang on, I didn't Velcro the front up, so it's been collecting water and it's now dripped directly into my crutch. We haven't had contact yet. You would have known. Well, at least the road looks clean. We've had loads of rain the past few days, and I actually can feel how there isn't nearly as much oil on it as there was before. Because, you know, when it's just damp all the time, the oil just sits there and builds up. Okay, it happened. Oh, that is the worst. It's like it's the only place it's got through is into my crutch. I thought my front had gone flat then, and then I realised that that road was covered in crap that's been washed off the field where it floods. That felt dodgy as hell. If I sit on the pillion seat, it won't collect in my balls. Well, now it's cold on my balls. Oh, now it's cold on my ass. It was nice and warm where it was there before, but now I've just, that was a bad idea. I feel like I'm 2 years old and I've pissed myself. At least it would have been warm if it was piss. I have to be careful. There's quite a lot of people who are not putting any lights on. Actually, there's another little subject. Well, I kind of thought about making a video on it, but it's kind of one sentence, which is, people or car companies seem to be making these cars with these ultra bright LED lights, and if you're in that car, It's great, you can see everywhere. But anyone coming opposite direction is blinded. The thing is, as more companies do this, if we end up having everyone with those stupidly bright LEDs, I mean, they are small and not too bad, but they are a lot brighter than everything else. If everyone has those eventually, we're not going to be able to see anything, and there'll be more accidents, not because you can't see stuff, but because it's dark, but because you can't see stuff because you've been blinded. You know, in the same way that if you want to see the stars, you have to let your eyes adjust so they're more sensitive. If you're driving down the road and you've just got constant, really bright lights, rather than like the yellow, dull look you get from most lights, that just sharp blue, you're going to be blind as a bat. But you won't have echolocation, so that won't work. Well, remember, you can learn. Lorry's going to pull out on me. Evade. Oh yeah, the mail video, the second one I said I was going to make, it is coming, I assume. Well, reason being, this started like just before my birthday. I started filming bits as I was opening them as they arrived. But not a lot of stuff turned up, and then all of a sudden, I've got so many emails because people keep signing up my bloody business address. You could have put a fake address, okay? You could have put a fake address, but instead you use my business email, which now means my business email is getting spammed to shit by different companies. And I keep unsubscribing from them, but it doesn't always work. But I knew it was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done it. I really shouldn't have done it, because not only has that happened, also, the whole idea was that before it was people sent like funny samples or samples and things, and then we were looking at it, it's just funny to do, it was funny. And I said, well, we'll do one more and see what more interesting stuff you can find. Well, all that ended up happening is, so far, I've had the exact same companies send stuff, so someone's ordered the exact same stuff from the exact same people. Same with grass companies. And the idea of that, as I say, was it's supposed to be sent to my PO box. But someone signed up loads and had them sent to Haslemere Motorcycles. Thanks for that. That was a phone call Monday I wasn't really happy about to make. Hi there, Mark. Yeah, great. Got to tell you something. You're going to get a load of crap being sent to you now because of me. Thankfully, they're understanding. And he said, well, at least it's not boring to know you. And actually, one of the guys that's in there is currently looking for artificial grass for his garden. So I said, hey, well, you open them up, you know, pick out your sample. So maybe something will actually be useful to someone at some point. But, yeah, don't do that. PO box, to my PO box. Not to a company that I do work with. We're not work, you know, I get lent bikes. So, yeah, don't do that. Send it to my PO box. I pay over 300 and something pounds a year to get that thing. I don't do that so you can then just send it to Haslemere Motorcycles and annoy them. You're a beast, Divi. You don't have the beef, but you are a beast. That's actually something I was looking into a while ago, which you can get. The thing is about the XJ6 is a lot of people don't like the bike, and I can see why. There are better options out there, but for all its pros and cons, I actually really like it. I really enjoy this bike. It does exactly what I need it to do. And it's still pretty quick. People don't think they are. They're pretty quick. I've ridden a lot of bikes and this is pretty quick. But it's on the side of like usably quick rather than stupidly quick. But the suspension's where it's really let down. If they, the front's kind of, it's good. I don't mind the front, but it's a little bit soft for the corners in the summertime. But then you're expecting a commuting bike, basically, sports commuter, to do what a sports bike does. And the rear suspension's a bit soft, so when you go to a corner and you load up the rear, it sort of sinks down, but then it wants to ping back up again, so that makes the back kind of will feel like it wants to do this, and that's where you have no confidence in the rear, really, because that's when you lose traction, is when the pressure's coming on and off. You don't lose it when it goes, well, you can if you put it on too hard, it will, but it's generally, if you watch, was it RJ Nicky Mouse's channel, you watch people in Mulholland Drive crashing around that corner, nearly every single one of them that low sides it, it's caused by them playing with the throttle in the middle, or putting the power on a little bit too early, or like varying the throttle too much and being a bit jerky with it, and they just cause themselves to lose traction. That's it once you're already banked into a corner like that. Yes, I thought. See, always be prepared. I knew that someone was going to do that. that woman walking in front of me completely threw me off what I was trying to say. Why the reason I was talking about the suspension on DIVI is because I noticed that a company sells an upgrade kit, basically replacement springs for the front forks. You probably change fluid with that, like different density, and it's a replacement rear shock. And I was like, is it worth doing it? You know, I don't know. Will a shock from something else fit? But then will that really make that much difference? Should I just leave it as it is? And then some people said, like, you know, it's going to hurt your back if you do that. And then other people were like, well, yeah, you can still do that, but you can soften it. I don't know, it was just something I've been thinking about possibly doing, because DIVI's good, but the suspension lets it down. Anyway, on with the video. Oh, we're going back to the mail thing. Thank you very much to the people who sent me some nice things. The video will go up and you'll get your thanks, but it's just taking a while, because of the other stuff. And also the people who sent me a few quid through PayPal. Loads of you were like, hey, it's a couple of quid. And it was really kind of you, because it all added up. Oh, I love it. Motorcycles are the best thing in the world. Who wants a car, you stupid people? In your dry, warm car. And now the water is getting through to my feet. Great. Wonderful. Top notch. Spit. Lights? Oh, you've only got one headlight that works. Okay, fair enough. Should have known. Keep an eye on them front wheels. That's a tip. Look at the driver, see if you get eye contact. If you can't, look at the wheels. But the wheels are the thing that are going to move first. Well, this is just plainly disgusting. Don't do it, van on the left. See? How did he know? It's like he's psychic. Or I'm observant. Oh yeah, I've been testing different mic setups recently, tweaking them, trying to find the best one. So if the sound's been up and down a bit in recent videos, sorry, it will straighten out. I'll find the best one. I won't use it if it's unusable. I won't use it if it's unusable. Yeah, well, it's obvious. You can't use something that's unusable. Whoa. I hope this calms down a bit by the time Reno has to come back. Oh, she's going to be a soggy Reno again. It's funny, this is what everyone thinks England's like all the time. And you're totally right. No, joking. Well, we had a really nice summer this year, didn't we? It was good. It was a good one. It was nice. It was hot. It was long. It was dry. It was too dry. It was too hot. It was crap. Don't like it. English in a nutshell. Oh, the fog! It's so foggy! Oh my god! What is this new habit of people using their fog lights? They are fog lights, right? They're not side lights. Not when they're down in the same position as the fog light. Like those little ones, they're side lights to me. But it's when people use the really bright... see, they've only got the side lights on. It is people who put their bloody fog lights on all the time. Why? Whoa! No! Right. Well, until the next one, which I hope will be dry, I'll catch you next time. Ew. If you enjoyed this video and the other content on the channel, please consider following the links in the description to show your support.